Everybody, we're back. My next guest is a Grammy award-winning musician. His latest CD is entitled Sacred Love, and his autobiography, Broken Music, is in stores now. Pleasure to welcome Sting. Very nice to have you here.
Nice
as
to
always.
be here.
Always nice to have you. You look well. You always look good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very attractive man. I'll let that go for now.
I actually do love your hair. You do have the best hair.
Thank you very much. That's what I was looking for. Not the best hair in rock and roll, but in the talk show world, I'm king. Let me ask you how you've been lately. We just had a big holiday here in America. How was your 4th of July?
Difficult for an Englishman.
Difficult? Why is that?
Well, we used to own the whole place. You know, well, we stole it off the Indians.
Yeah.
And we ended up with nothing.
You got nothing, yeah.
So it's a little bit like being a Red Sox fan at the World Series.
That was cruel.
Yeah. Where do you put yourself? And
did you research backstage, know that I'm from Boston, and decide to go after me? Is that the idea? Let's talk about something pleasant then. Not that the Red Sox aren't pleasant. You just got a very high honor from the Queen of England. You were made, is it Commander of the British Empire?
I'm a Commander of the British Empire, and since we lost America, there's not much of it left.
Right, right.
In fact, it's about the size of a postage stamp.
Right,
nonetheless,
but still, you've got one.
She dubbed me a commander, and you go to Buckingham Palace in the morning, and you dress in a lovely suit with tails, and then you're announced and said, Sting, for services to the British music industry. Right? So you walk up in a big hall that's full of people, and you're supposed to bow, and I bowed, but Trudy said I didn't bow. My wife said,
right.
I did bow. And she said, are you still in the music industry?
Really?
I said, barely, ma'am, I'm hanging on by my fingernails.
Right, right.
And then she said, what about the rainforest? I said, still burning, ma'am.
Yeah.
She put the thing on me, and I was off. That was my audience with Her Majesty.
So wait a minute, that's the extent of her conversations with people.
Well, there's another 100 people in there to be dubbed.
Right.
Knights. And
it's like a poultry farm. They just move you through and chop your head off, and off you go.
Nice, though. I appreciated it.
I'm curious about, you do something that I think could be difficult, which is you perform constantly, and I've got to think there must be days when you don't feel like it, or you're not feeling well. But anybody coming to hear you sing, and you have a lot of fans, they want to hear Sting, and they want it to be great. And so what do you do in those situations?
Well, I had an experience a couple of weeks ago where I got severe laryngitis. And I went to the doctor in the morning. He actually looked at my throat and laughed. He said, you can't sing tonight. So I actually did get up on stage, and the first thing I said was, does anybody here know my songs? And 2 kids stood up, and they came on stage. They were music students, and they sang the set for me.
So they sang the set, and did you play bass?
I played the bass.
And was the crowd okay with that?
The crowd loved it. It was actually better than me.
That's not true. See, I wouldn't want people just randomly filling in for me, because 80% of the time that would be a crackerjack show, and I'd be out of a job. But I'm glad that people went in the spirit of the thing.
I think people like the drama of it and the novelty of it.
Sure. Now, I don't know if this, if you are aware of this, but recently Barry Manilow gave an interview, and the reporter asked Barry Manilow, what do you listen to? And he said, the only person I listen to is Sting. And his quote was, it's Sting or nothing for me. How do you feel about that? That's Barry Manilow saying that.
Well, that's wonderful. I mean, I appreciate him. I think he's a fantastic musician, a great singer, a great lyricist, great songwriter.
Would you ever cover one of Barry Manilow's songs?
Copacabana, the hottest spot north of Havana.
Nice.
At the Copacabana, music and passion were always the fashion at the Copa.
Don't fall. Quite good.
His name was Rico. He wore a diamond.
You could just keep going and going.
I could keep going.
This is what you do in the shower, isn't it? Just sing that song over and over and over again.
No, now, I like Barry.
He's a good man. Barry rocks. Again, an odd pause before that applause kicked in. Seems to be the theme tonight. You're coming back later in the show. I say later in the show because we're going to do a commercial, but then you're coming back and you are going to sing something for us.
Some of the audience want to come and sing for me.
Yeah, they probably will. You'll get... That's not happening here! We're going to get McEnroe back in here to chew out those people. That's not happening! The CD Sacred Love and the book Broken Music are available in stores now, so go out and get these.
That's me, by the way, aged 8.
Cute, huh? That's nice. Look at that. Wow. What if you just hired an actor to play? Has anyone ever done that? Just gone out and cast a kid to be the childhood portrait of them? I think Brokaw did it for his book. That's not Brokaw. That's not Brokaw. It's not Brokaw. And you're going to be back in just a few minutes to sing a song from your latest CD. Thanks so much for being here. Great to have you. More with Sting in just a second. We'll be right back.